lovely viewers, it's Manelli. As you can tell from the title, today I am doing a Pinterest Wars with Panera Bread's mac and cheese. If you don't know what my Pinterest Wars are, it's I make a copycat recipe that I found on Pinterest and I compare it to the original. So today is the mac and cheese, which is one of my favorite items from Panera. If you haven't had it, you should definitely go get it.
Alright, so I started out with the elbow macaroni, 16-ounce container of it. You want to make sure that the water is boiling, that you have, it says you just prepare it to whatever the box says that you get for it. You want to boil it. As you can see, I actually ended up putting my pot on the back burner just because I wanted to make the sauce on the front one while at the same time. So I put the noodles in there and make sure that they're not all sticking together, so I just give them a quick stir. I get my saucepan out. And you add a 1/4 cup of butter to the pan and melt that down. And then once that's melted down, you want to get your flour, and it's going to be 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. You're going to add that in there, mix it all together to create a roux. And then once that's all mixed together, you want to leave it cooking for about a minute. And this will all be explained in the recipe too if you click the link that's going to be below. But you'll add 2.5 cups of milk, 2% or whole. I use 2%. And get that all mixed out and smooth. It was quite lumpy at first, but if you just keep whisking and whisking, it'll be fine. And then you whisk until it gets thickened. As you can tell, I edited out the part where it took forever to thicken up. It really didn't take that long, but it's a couple of minutes. But that is now all thick. And then you'll see just in a second of the cheese will be popped up, and you'll add that to the pot as well. As you saw, it was white American cheese and extra sharp white Vermont cheddar cheese. I actually couldn't find the extra sharp white Vermont cheddar cheese, so I just used the extra sharp cheddar cheese. You'll see me add all of that in there. It's 6 slices of white American and 8 ounces of the white cheddar. And then you see I cut up the white cheddar and put that in there as well. Mix it all together until it's smooth. I'm taking the noodles and putting them, straining all the water out of them. And then you want to add your salt to the sauce, which is just going to be about a teaspoon of salt. And yes, I'm not measuring on these. I feel like I cook too often to measure some of the smaller ones. Don't come at me if you feel like it's too much or too little. It really didn't make that big of a difference. You can put the hot sauce in there, and that's going to be a 1/4 teaspoon. And then you'll put Dijon mustard in there, and that'll be a 1/2 tablespoon. And in the recipe, it does say to use pasta shells, but unfortunately, with everything going on, there were no actual shells in stock, so I just used the macaroni noodles, the elbows, which is perfectly fine. And then once that's all creamy and mixed together, you just mix the noodles and the sauce together. As you can see, I put it in a big Tupperware container because I knew that I was going to be storing most of it for later on. So I put 1/2 of the noodles, then 1/2 the sauce, then the other 1/2 on top, then the other sauce, and then I just mixed it all together to make sure that it was all the noodles were covered with the sauce. Sorry you can't really see this that well on camera. I should have put it like on the stove when I mixed it together. At least you can see part of it. And there you have it. It's all nice and creamy white mac and cheese.
And then I got their Chipotle chicken avocado sandwich with some of their chips and their green tea. It's like papaya, passion fruit, or something like that, green tea. So this is the Panera mac and cheese. And then this is the homemade, which they look pretty similar. Mine looks a little bit darker. And the recipe for the mac and cheese too, it makes a lot. Like, I think it was like 6 to 8 servings of it. And their Chipotle chicken avocado sandwich. I've had it before. It's really good. I just got the U picks too, so you do like a half size order of everything. Their mac and cheese is super creamy. Let's try mine that I made. So the homemade is still really good. I just wouldn't say that it's a copycat of that kind. It doesn't really taste exactly like it. But it's still good. The Chipotle sauce in this is so good. the first part of the video of me making the mac and cheese is like the whole total recording was about a half hour. So hopefully I can cut that down and edit it. I'm going to have a special guest on my YouTube channel next week. Oh, we're recording Wednesday. And it'll be like a local restaurant if you want to stay tuned for that one. Do you have napkins? Avocado all over my face. Thank you. My older sister's in the background over here. She got the Napa chicken salad sandwich. Really good too. Very good. So many noodles. I wonder if they can hear that.
What? Oh, he's crunching.
We hear crunching in the background. It's because Jessica fed Oliver a chip.
It's gonna be all the treats and not feel good.
Yeah. He just turned 10 years old this month. Oh, this sandwich is so good. I think I put a little bit too much cilantro though. It's like a whole chunk. What are you guys' favorite things to get from Panera? Oh, I keep dropping shit today. I'm reading a book series right now. I'm on the last one. It's like a trilogy. It's only 3 books. It's by Dan Wells, and it's called the Partial series. The funny thing is that I've had this series for over a year. I bought them and then just never got around to reading them. But when I decided to finally pick it up, because it was like the last series that I hadn't read yet, it was when quarantine started happening. And it's about a virus. And obviously in the book it's way more extensive than the virus is now with the coronavirus, but within days it like wiped out majority of like the human population. But it was just like what a coincidence that like I pick up the book during the time that all of this stuff is going on. But it turns out to be really good. I've already gotten through the first 2 books and I've already started the 3rd one, so hopefully I can finish the 3rd one this week. Here you go. I love how crunchy their chips are. Oh, I also used to get the bacon turkey Bravo a lot, but once I tried this one, I prefer this sandwich. But the bacon turkey Bravo is really good too. The type of bread that they put it on, it's like tomato basil. It has like a sweet kind of crust on it. What else is news? What can I tell you? out of nowhere, all of a sudden, bars started opening up yesterday. It's kind of weird because, like, LA County announced that they were still going to be under quarantine until, like, 4th of July. But then they announced that they're going to let it, I think, city by city do stuff. But now the bars are starting to open up for, like, dine-in for some of their food and drinks. And I'm pretty excited about one of the bars that I've been craving their wings. And maybe I'll do some of their food one day too. It's just they live like, it's in the town over from us. So they live like, it's like a half-hour drive just to get there. And obviously they have loud music playing, so I can't like record in there. Otherwise I'd get copyrighted. But we'll see if it's worth it to me to drive out there and then drive all the way back home to film it. Or maybe I'll do like a little car like eating session someday. That would be nice. But yeah, their wings and their appetizers are really good there. And me and my fiance we've been there a few times, so we talked about going and taking my best friend with us, since we took her the last time we went. I will say too that the Panera mac and cheese is a little bit creamier than the homemade one. And I can't tell the difference, but it's definitely not, it doesn't taste exactly the same. It's still really good mac and cheese. It's just not an exact copycat recipe. Like when I did the Arby's sandwich. If you haven't watched that video, you should go watch that one, because that one is super simple ingredients and just basically put it together, and it tastes exactly like the Arby's sandwich, their beef and cheddar sandwich. This one is a bit complicated. Like I said, the recording of making it took me about a half hour. Oh, he looks so sad. I just drooled. Great.
Normal.
All the time. I wanted to lay out in the sun today, but it was pretty cloudy. It still is pretty cloudy and a little windy right now, so it probably wouldn't be worth it. We have a pretty big backyard, but it's just dirt. So I may look like I got a tan, but it's probably just dirt sticking to my greasy body. Hello. And let me know if there's any copycat recipes that you guys find that you want me to try out. getting my nails done on Tuesday. I'm so excited for what they're gonna look like. So you guys will see that in the next video, what my new nails will look like. But definitely gonna be a big color change. And they're gonna have little things, like little cute things inside of them. I don't want to give away too much. Excuse me, that was gross. It sounded wet. Oh, he's like he's like making noise over here. Ew, ew, did you put stuff on his ear?
Yes, but it's just ear solution. It's like gel though, so.
Yeah, I touched it. I literally grabbed his ear like this.
Yes, too.
I touch his ears so
I
often.
know. He's gonna go to the doctor on Monday when they open.
He looks upset.
I just want to take him to the emergency vet because they charge me like $300 extra.
Yeah, that's
for
crazy.
something they do.
Here, I'll give you some mac and cheese, buddy. That's yummy. So we bought these milk bones that were dipped in something that was supposed to be safe for dogs, and it's from inside our Cold Stone Creamery over here. There's a Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, which if you haven't ate some of their stuff, it's really good. I had it when I lived in Colorado, but they actually have one here. It's like half and half. They have it at the Cold Stones, but they have a dog treat. It's supposed to be safe for dogs, and it's actual like legit milk bones, like the company milk bones, dipped in something. I don't know what it is, but we bought it, but apparently our dogs did not like it, or they have too much sensitive stomachs, because every single one of them got sick off of it. Like 2 of them, yeah, we feed them like really like Blue Buffalo, like really good type of kind of expensive dog food, because Oliver, the gray one that I showed you in the last video, he has like, is it a wheat allergy?
I don't know, but he's allergic to something.
He's allergic to something to where he started growing weird, dark, coarse patches of hair.
His hair would fall out.
Yeah, his hair would fall out and then it'd come back and be weird.
And his
coarse.
stomach swells up.
Yeah, he gets like a hard tummy. He walks around the house for hours looking all mopey, and like it just looks like he's miserable. So we just choose to feed him the better food just because he's a baby otherwise. But we fed him the milk bone because it was like his 10-year birthday, and yeah, him and the other dog that we have threw up, and then we have another miniature schnauzer that's like the youngest, and we thought he didn't throw up, but he didn't seem normal either. He looked like he had a tummy ache
For like 2 days.
So yeah, we definitely are not getting those ever again. And they were pretty expensive. It was like, I think it was almost $8 for like a dozen of them. Yeah, it just wasn't worth it. But since my birthday was this month, I had like a buy one get one free at Cold Stones, so that's why Kevin and I went there. Kevin is my fiance, for everybody that doesn't know that, that's his name. Alright. I think I'm about done. I do this often. I'll literally leave like 2 little bites left of what I'm eating. I can't finish it. But yeah, should definitely get these 2 things. They're my favorites. And mac and cheese is really good too if you want to make homemade mac and cheese. But if you're really trying to get like the actual copycat recipe, I wouldn't say that this one is an actual copycat. But anyways, please like this video and subscribe to my channel and share it wherever you want to. Comment down below any ideas that you have for my next videos or things that you think I can improve on. Always looking for corrective criticism. Anyways, thank you for watching.